Hello everyone, welcome to my support guide. My name is Kintokai and I myself am a support main. Today I'll be discussing the most important tips on how to play support and use video footage of myself playing as Taric support. So once you focus on the tips that I'll give you, you will easily be able to climb up to gold or plat or even higher, who knows. But of course, it depends on the teams and the team comp. You won't always be able to play as Taric or tanky support, because sometimes your team will already be tanky enough, and therefore I, for example, pick Zilean and go almost full AP. So first of all, why would you play support? I would recommend you to choose a role you like. But since you're watching this video, you probably enjoy playing the support role and you need some help on improving. So then we get to the second point. What does a good support do? A good support protects his ADC and basically the rest of his team, and is the eye of the team. So what I mean by being the eye of the team, I mean you have to place wards, but also have your map awareness and look at your minimap almost constantly. You gotta have a lot of map awareness to help preventing ganks or roamings. So you should use your communication possibilities to the fullest. A support should also peel for his ADC and of course place wards, as I mentioned earlier on. Not only do you place wards, but you also have to destroy enemy wards and sweep the enemy jungle by using the red trinket. Now, this is something a lot of low elo supports don't do. It's important to, at level 9, always change your sweeper to the red trinket, or your ward totem to the red trinket. Of course, not only that is good for sweeping enemy wards or clearing enemy wards, getting information on where they have vision or not. Also, a pink ward or a vision ward will be very necessary or come in very handy to use, and a lot of low elo supports don't buy vision wards to place in their jungle or to prevent ganks or even to spot enemies. Like when you know you're getting ganked by Shaco, you see him go invisible and let's say he's kinda low, right? You place a pink ward and he'll get visible again. But if you don't have a pink ward, you can't really hit him unless you use a skill shot and are extremely lucky, right? Now, next topic, warding. It's actually not a different topic, it's still about warding. So warding is extremely important, as I already mentioned you. It's one of the most important features of the game to use or to commit to as a jungler or as a support, I guess. You can see the enemy coming before he's already there, and not only that, but placing wards shows where the enemies are, but it also shows where enemies aren't. So if you see the enemy coming before he's there, you know, okay, we can, for example, ping to the mid lane or ping for your ADC and warn them that they are coming. But also, not only that, if you see, for example, you have a pink ward in the enemy jungle by his red. Now, you don't see anyone there, so you can think maybe he's at a different camp in that side of the jungle, or maybe he is on the other side of his jungle at his blue side. So you can know where they are, but also where they aren't. And right now I'm going to hop into some video footage to show you guys some tips that I'm going to give you then with the video itself. Alright, in this clip you see Hecarim ganking. I was still overextended, but I didn't want to flash because I didn't receive a lot of damage because I have very tanky runes. Now she almost dies. I keep healing her, trying to shield her. Right now I tried peeling for her. It wasn't really necessary because peeling for her, like standing in front of the Twitch, would still affect him into hitting her because he has a lot of range and he could still shoot through me, right? But as you saw, I was let's just replay that again. As you see, I was peeling for skill shots of Rumble, but he was actually in the bush a bit further away. I thought he was waiting for me to try to kill her with his rockets. Alright, in this clip you see me being in bot lane and then rotating to mid because I don't find it necessary to be there anymore. Bot lane was pushed, our first turret was pushed, and we couldn't do anything. So right here I stay in the stun and immediately walk forward with my stun. Then Riven goes in and can do a lot of damage. Now right here the Veigar should use his stunning cage again, and I would walk into there again and try to stun, like walk forward with my stun again. Wow, that's a lot of again in one sentence. But Ahri flashed and was a little bit too slow with her reaction. Right now I was actually pinging to get the turret, and Cocoon hits the enemy Veigar and I could stun him once again, get a lot of damage off on her to ult the back line, or actually just ult and they can use the ult on the back line as well by just standing close to there, and then we just try to disengage. Alright, now it is important to not overstay, which I was like right here I'm trying to bait for the Master Yi to use his Q. I was ready to flash into my own turret and stun him. Like I try to make plays as support, and that's not always a good thing, right? So now I just go back in lane. But no, seriously, you don't always want to make plays. Support is more, yeah, you know, you have to support your team, but you don't have to be scared to make kills either. Like if you can bait people, or if you can like secure a kill, do it. I mean, if you're sure your team is not going to get it, just get it. I mean, they're going to be pissed off for you taking a kill, but you shouldn't give a fuck about it. If they start whining in chat, you just mute them, and you know, you have to get the kills. Alright, they'll get an assist, right? You know, an assist also gives a nice plenty amount of gold. But don't overstay in your lanes. Don't be scared to make kills. Only when you secure them. Like, I understand sometimes you can accidentally do too much damage and steal it, but try to take the kills that you think your team can't get, and that way you can try and get your team extra money. Alright, the last thing I want to talk about is rotations. It's important to sweep the enemy jungle when they are still in their base, to like eventually when you're pushing mid, you're running it down mid with your whole team, like you don't give a fuck. Like, you can sweep their whole jungle, put pressure mid lane, and then like kill them mid lane or something, I don't know. Like let one split push top or something, someone will go top, and then you just rotate with another teammate to the bot lane. And if you already sweeped that jungle part you're going through, you're already sure that they don't even know where you are. They don't have vision over you, so you have the map control, you have the information, and you can use it to push the towers. Right, in this clip you see that I first sweep it, and in the second clip you saw me pushing in bot. And we actually did a rotation, and that's because we had the vision control and we had the information to know where they have no wards or where they had wards. Because there were none, we could easily siege their tower. Alright, this last clip contains me baiting a Hecarim after actually kill stealing, which I should not have done actually, because Natalie could have perfectly killed him. Then we rotate to mid. I ask my teammates to push the tower, I tank it, we don't go back, we just keep putting pressure on the mid lane, and after that, I think we retreated after that, but it doesn't really matter because we got a free turret and some vision control in the river. Anyways, let's recapitalize our steps or our important tips. So first of all, get your role, which is of course going to be support if you watch this video. Then try to get wards in the enemy jungle, sweep the enemy jungle, try to get wards in the river and even your own jungle, because they can always be counter jungling your team or ganking from behind you. Always switch your trinket into a red trinket at level 9. If you have a sightstone, get a sweeper instead of a warding totem as trinket. Work on your map awareness and don't be afraid to take kills, because if your team can't get it, you have to be the one taking the kill if you can't slow them or knock them down anymore. Anyways, that was my first tutorial. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed and you learned something. I will be uploading full gameplays with commentary to show you guys a breakdown of the game and show you my thought processing. And yeah, thanks for watching and stay pro.